Hey everyone, Tony D and Little Joan here on a Piney podcast. Okay, some good news. First off, the stats. This today was 1,000 new cases, a little over 1,000. The numbers continue to go down, and things are looking good. So, King Phil has finally decided that on Monday, non-essential businesses can open for curbside pickup. Non-essential construction can continue, whatever that means. I don't know what non-essential construction is. Isn't it all kind of essential to a building? I don't get that, but whatever. And what was the other thing? Non-essential stuff is opening, but curbside pickup only. Oh, and drive-through things can happen now. Thank you, King Phil, for letting people open their businesses, kind of. I think you're still kind of dragging your feet, but better late than never, I guess. So the drive-through stuff can happen today, apparently. So if you've got a drive-through something or other, drive-through graduation, drive-through this, drive-through that, they're not going to stop you. Well, duh. Why would you bother? Everybody has to stay in their car and whatever, and he's going to put out a kingly fiat on Monday, otherwise known as a governor's executive order. Yeah, I mean, finally this boat is starting to turn around. But Jesus, Phil, I mean, you had to wait another week, huh? You had to wait one more week. I mean, the numbers are going down, 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 but okay, whatever. And I don't know, curbside pickup, I guess that's okay for, I mean, why wouldn't that have been okay, like, throughout this whole thing? I don't understand. If you own let's say, a vape shop, and you had curbside pickup, I mean, how is that any different than takeout? It's no different. I could just pull up, get my whatever that stuff is, I don't know what it is, and then be on my way, and people would wear a mask, and they could bring it to my car, and money would be exchanged. Instead, all those businesses have been struggling. But I'm not gonna complain too much. Things are finally opening, and he keeps hinting at more openings. I guess he's gotten what he wants, which is this new potential program to hire 1,000 tracers. I think it's, again, a dumb idea. Here's another reason why. So you hire 1,000 tracers, you create this new infrastructure for the state of New Jersey. And let's say you don't need it. Let's say I'm right. And at the end of the summer, there's hardly anything to trace now. You got 1,000 people all on the payroll. You got an infrastructure managers and stuff. Do you think the manager then goes to Phil or the government and says, well, you know what, you don't need us. You might as well let us all go and fire us? No. What they'll do is they'll spend all their time and energy that they don't spend tracking the virus, because they know their jobs are on the line, and they're going to find a reason to stay employed. Whether that's, we're going to track all diseases now, whether that's, well, we're going to track diseases and, I don't know, whatever, people who don't pay their parking tickets. It could be anything, because government programs never end. They only expand. Once you have one, they never end. Income tax. That was a temporary measure. Originally started out as a temporary tax to pay for the Civil War. How'd that work out? They never, ever, ever, ever end these programs, because everybody involved will pull out experts. They will spend literally all their time to save their jobs. Why wouldn't they? Wouldn't you? You have a meeting, all the bigwigs for the tracers get together. Oh man, we just don't have any numbers. What are we going to do here? Well, we're going to have to prove to the state that we're vital and important, or else they're going to close us down. That's what happens. It is inevitable that these people will not only expand their program, they have to in order to survive. And then the moment they get down to the end of the year with budgets, they'll do exactly what every other government program does. if their budget is $100,000, they'll spend $125,000 and say, you need to increase our budget. Because if they spend $90,000 and return the other 10, the state will cut their money. And you don't want that. If you have a lower budget, you get a smaller office maybe. Maybe you don't get all the computer access you want, or all the bells and whistles, or days off, or all the people. So you want more people. You want an assistant. You want an assistant to your assistants. You want an entire division of people. You don't want to just monitor the beer virus. You want to monitor influenza and the mumps and every disease under the sun. And you want special divisions for each one. And you're going to have a manager for each one of them. And then they'll have meetings. And maybe those meetings will be in Florida, or, someplace nice and sunny so everybody can get a vacation. And you're going to want vacations and, all the glory that comes to government. This is what happens every single time. Remember Homeland Security? Remember those guys? Remember when Bush started it? Tom Ridge was the head of it, and first thing he did was take everybody to Hawaii. It's true. Took all the bigwigs down to Hawaii because that was important. There's nothing more crucial in Homeland Security than sitting on a beach and drinking out of a pineapple at your expense. So this is what these guys do. TSA, same thing. You know what the TSA wasted your money on? Snow cone machines. Yeah, they were having a party. And yes, they wasted your money on a party, and they decided to buy snow cone machines. They don't want to rent because, the long-term use of the snow cone machine, you're actually saving money. That is what government does to you. That is what, now, if you talk to the people in the TSA, most of them will be like, oh my God, we do important work. You can't, yes, of course government wastes money, but we don't. Well, we've wasted a little, but, it's important. We still have an important function. It's never you. It's always someone else who's to blame. It's always someone else who's wasting the money. It's always someone else who buys the snow cone machines. Not you. No, never you. Even when it is you, it's like, well, that was the previous administration. This is new. We weeded out all the corruption. Now we're not going to buy snow cone machines. We're going to get a soft serve machine. That's way more cost effective. Way more cost effective. This is what government does, and this is what our state government is doing. So I urge my now 600 subscribers, if you live in New Jersey region, send New Jersey an email and say, please, don't spend a ton of money, hiring 1,000 people to monitor the medical conditions of people in New Jersey. It's just going to be a big waste of time.